Good morning, Storm Nation. Today is Monday, November 10th. I'm Jacob Wojnicz.
And I'm Rafael Juarez. This is Storm News.
As always, we have a few reminders.
Remember to keep your ID on you at all times and keep your parking tags visible.
Last Sunday was officially daylight savings time, and I'm sure we're all happy with that extra hour of sleep.
I've always wondered why we have daylight savings time. David has more on that story.
It's another year, and the time has come for us to change our clocks an hour back. Many of us probably got a good night's sleep and woke up in the morning refreshed. If you didn't know already, this past Sunday, daylight savings ended, and all the clocks have been pushed back an hour. Some enjoyed the extra hour of sleep, but it also means the sun will be setting around 5 p.m. every day till March, so no more long days filled with the sun. The first year that daylight savings was imposed in the U.S. was 1918 after the Standard Time Act was passed in the U.S. Congress to conserve energy. We spoke to Mr. Bernard, a teacher here at South Elgin High School, and he told us his thoughts about daylight savings.
I'm a little bit of a creature of habit, so I have a tough time with it usually for the first week or two, but I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed the extra hour of sleep this weekend.
There are some negative effects that daylight savings impose on the human body. Daylight savings disrupts sleep schedules and affects millions of people, but not all of the United States follows daylight savings. Hawaii and most of Arizona don't follow daylight savings. Daylight savings have been a major discussion in the United States for a while and will continue on following it every single year until it changes. On this edition of Storm News, David Tyka.
Wow, I didn't know that many people were impacted.
Yeah, I don't like that the sun is setting earlier. It's going to feel like a big difference.
Oh yeah, not only our days are getting shorter, but now we have a new change to one of our favorite places to go.
Yes, there's a new system for teachers to issue you a pass to the library.
Simran has more on the recent switch up on our passes.
In case you haven't noticed, paper passes won't get you into the library anymore. There's a new system where teachers will sign you in through an online reservation website.
I think it's quicker for teachers to write or submit the passes than having to write the yellow paper ones. And then it's also more cost and environmentally friendly because they're not writing hundreds and hundreds of yellow passes.
This new system requires your teacher to sign you up through a Google form they have access to, and then you show up to the library during your designated period and scan your ID to enter. Any teacher can make a reservation for you. While some of them are glad to not have to write paper passes for a lot of students, some of the busier periods can fill up pretty fast. This has helped getting into the library become more efficient and safer.
We were having a situation where kids were literally running from lunch and from their other classes to try and get here quickly enough to get in because we can only take so many students per period. So we wanted to find some way that was safer so kids would know they definitely have a slot and a space in the library and they don't have to do that kind of running and jockeying to get into the library.
Many people go to the library during their lunch or study halls to hang out with friends, work on homework, or check out new books. For Storm News, this is Simran Wallace.
If you want to ensure your spot at the library, be sure to ask your teacher first or second period. The slots fill up fast.
I'll remember to ask my teacher first period.
Tomorrow is Veterans Day. Be sure to thank your friends, family, or anyone else you know who was in the service.
We have a few staff members here at South Elgin who are veterans. Be sure to thank them for their service if you see them tomorrow.
Abbie has more on our veterans.
Tomorrow is Veterans Day, and here at South Elgin, one of our very own Dean's Assistants, Mr. Ruth, is a veteran.
I am a Dean's Assistant here at South Elgin High School, about 2 years here. Prior to that, I served in the United States Marine Corps for 11 years, starting January 7th, 2013.
Veterans Day gives everyone an opportunity to say thanks to the brave men and women who have risked their lives to help protect our very own country. Mr. Ruth explains why it is important to celebrate.
So Veterans Day wasn't always Veterans Day. Originally, it was known as Armistice Day, and that was to commemorate the ending of World War I. So November 11, 1918, and 1973, it was changed to Veterans Day to what we know it as.
On Veterans Day, wear your USA colors or camo to show your appreciation by participating in Spirit Day at school. Make sure, if you know a veteran, say your thanks and show your appreciation because they go through a lot to make sure that we are safe. For Storm News, I'm Abbie Wolf.
Thank you, veterans.
Now we have a sports update with Simran.
Thanks, guys. With the end of fall sports, winter sports have finally begun to kick into gear.
Girls basketball tryouts were held last week, and boys basketball tryouts are being held this week. Other winter sports include boys and girls bowling, competitive cheer and dance, boys swim and dive, and boys and girls wrestling. As a reminder, all student athletes must have a current physical on file and be registered in order to participate in winter sports. That's all I have for right now. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that update, Simran.
Hey Jacob, I've heard you doing the announcements.
Yeah, I have, but sometimes we have a special guest do it instead.
Ruben has more on that.
Hello, Storm Nation. You might remember how last year there was a new voice on the intercom for the morning announcements. That voice you were hearing last year was the voice of Kevin, a special education student here at South Elgin. He would do things on the intercom such as telling us the upcoming events happening at school and leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance. We had him come into our studio today so he can go into a little bit more detail about his experience being an announcer for South Elgin High School.
I'm doing some lots of stuffs, like everything. I just don't want her to do something, but I just don't have to make sure everything. But I know what you want to know, but this is okay you want her to do.
His job was more than just reading off a paper and talking into a microphone, but it was about getting us prepared for the day and making sure that we know what's happening within our community.
Do you want to do something similar to that when you become an adult?
Yes.
This has been Ruben Hernandez reporting for Storm News.
I'm so glad that our school is so inclusive.
Yeah, it really gives a sense of how strong our Storm community is. That's all we have this week for Storm News. I'm Jacob Wojnicz.
And I'm Rafael Juarez, and this was Storm News.